Welcome back friends. Here we discuss about the DB-Scale algorithm. So in DB-Scale is a density-based clustering algorithm. Now density-based clustering locates region of high density that are separated from one another by region of low density. Okay. DB-Scan is center-based approach. Now suppose if the data is like that. If the data is like that, the formation of the cluster, formation of the data, okay, the clusters is like that. So it is what arbitrary shaped clusters, arbitrary shaped. Okay, it is not globular. In this situation, k-means will not work. Okay, the output of the k-means will be like that. Okay, it is globular. So in such situation, if the shape of the cluster is not fixed, if the shape of the cluster is arbitrary, it is not globular, then we should go for the DB-Scan algorithm. Now to implement DB-Scan algorithm, few things are there we should know. So first one is what? EPS. EPS. Now it is a density. Density is estimated for a particular point in the data set by counting the number of points within a specified radius, EPS, of the point, including the point. Now the density of any point is dependent as the specified radius. Suppose what is EPS? So we have a data. Okay, and suppose for this particular data X, we assign a radius where the length is EPS, and counted up within a specific radius. So how many data are there? So you can take one simple example. So small. Suppose this is one clusters. Okay, now if you draw a circle, so from this particular it is called EPS. So how many data are there in between this within the circle? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so number of data is equal to 5 here. Next is what? Core point. Core point. A point is a core point if the number of points within a given neighborhood around the point as determined by the distance function and user specified distance parameters. EPS exceeds a certain threshold, mean pits. A certain threshold mean pits, which is also user specified. So EPS as well as mean pits both are user specified. So core point. Next is what? Border point. So a border point is not a core point but falls within the neighborhood of a core point. And noise point. A noise point is a point that is neither a core point nor a border point. This is the data. These are our data. Okay. And we have to identify, say from here, we have to first of all we have to set the EPS and mean pits value. Now suppose this is one circle. Okay, so just take this one also. So this is what? EPS, and we set the mean pits is equal to say 4. So if within a region, if number of data is more than 4, then we can assume it is a core point. So how many data are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same data are there. So this is what? A core point. Similarly, for this we have to draw a circle. So how many data are there? 1 and 2. So this is a part of the core point, but it is not a core point. It is called border point. So this is what? A border point. So now suppose this one, for this particular we have to draw a circle. So how many data are there? Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So total number of data more than 4. So it is also a core point. Now for this particular we have to draw a circle. Now how many data are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. But it is what? More than 4. So we can say it is a border point. Now for this particular, we have to draw a circle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is also a core point. So in this way, we have to identify the core point. Now let's our data is somewhere here. Okay, and neither it is a core point nor a border point. Then we assume it is a noise point. So what is a core point? So in core point, if number of data within APS is more than the threshold value mean bits. But if it is not, okay, but it is a part of the core point, okay, then it is called a border point. Now this is a part of the core point C, but it is not a core point, hence it is called a border point. Now this is the point which is not neither a core point nor a border point, then we can assume it is a noise. Okay, now how to implement this one? So the DBSCAN algorithm is very simple. If you say, now these are the basic steps of DBSCAN algorithm. So input is what? Data, EPS and mean bits. So this is the data, these two are the parameters, and output is what? Clusters. So label all the data as core, border or noise data. Okay, so just we have seen, so what is border point, what is noise point and what is core point. Second step is what? Remove the noise data, okay, or outlier data. Third, put together all the core data that are within EPS distance of each other. Make each group of connected core data into a separate clusters. And fourth one, assign each border data to one of the clusters of its associated core data. Okay. Now the space complexity is, or it is big of n, because we need to store only the data, but the time complexity is very high. The time complexity is big O n square, but if you use KD tree, the time complexity is what? It will be n log n. Okay, but the dimension should be low. Okay, but two issues are there. First issue is what? The output of the DBSCAN depends on user specified values EPS and mean bits. Okay, so the output is dependent on EPS and mean bits. And second is what? Cluster of varying density. DBSCAN can have trouble with density if the density of clusters varies widely. Suppose we have a data like this. Okay, so it is what? High density and it is what? Low density. Since we have set the EPS and mean bits before that, so here the mean bits will be low, okay, and EPS should be low. EPS should be low is okay, but here if you put EPS low, then the all should be the noisy data. So if the density is different, so DBSCAN have problem. Now we can see one simple example. Now suppose starting from here, randomly select any data. Now suppose he is starting here and we draw a circle here. So and assume mean bits is equal to say 4. So how many data are there inside this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is what? Core data. Okay, because 6 is more than 5. Similarly, you can for this one. So these are the data which are belongs to this core data. Now for this we can draw another circle. So 1, 2, 3 data are there. So this is the border data. Border data, okay, but it is a part of the core data of C. Okay, so this is the neighborhood of C. Similarly for this one, if you draw this one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, so it is also a border data, but it is a part of C. Now for this, if you draw a circle, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so it is also a border data, okay, but part of the C. And if you for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, it is not a border data because it is not part of any neighborhood, not part of any core, and number of mean bits is more than, it is not more than 4, so we can assume it is an outlier. Similarly for this one, for this one, now for this one, if you draw this one, so if you take this one also, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so you can say that means this is also a core point. Okay, and this is the data which is a part of this core point, and this is the data which is a part of this core point. That means both should be in the same cluster. So if it is a 1, it should also be 1. Okay, now for this particular, if you draw a circle here, so number of data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, so it is also a core point. Since it is a it is a core point and it is a neighbor of this particular core point. So since it is 1, it should also be 1. So in this way we identify the core points and the border point. Now this border point is a part of the core point, so it should be 1. This is the border point part of the core point 1, it is also cluster 1. This is the border point, it is a part of the cluster number, it is 1, and so on. But this is now this part is exhausted. Now once again we have to start here. Now if you draw once again here, so 1 2 3 4 5 clusters, it is a core point, but there is no connection in between this core point and that core point, so we have to start another cluster, there cluster 2. Similarly, if you draw this one, so 1 2 3 4 5, so it is also a core point, so these two are connected. So this is a part of this cluster, this is a neighbor of this particular cluster, and this is the neighbor of this cluster. So since it is a 2, so this is also a part of the second cluster. Okay, but here it is a data where it is single data is there and it is not connected with, it is neither a border point and now not a core point. We can assume it is a noise data or the outlier. Okay, next we will see the Python implementation of the DBSCAN algorithm.
Okay, this is the Python implementation of DBSCAN algorithm. So here we have to import these two packages. Now this is what our input data, and we have to call the function DBSCAN with the EPS and the mean bits. Okay, and we can print the cluster number. Now if you execute it, you can see here these are the cluster number. So first few, these are the data from cluster 0, and these are the data for cluster number 1, and this is the display of the cluster. Now if you change the EPS and mean bits, you can get the different answer. Suppose it is 8. Now if you increase the radius, then if you run it, you can see here, so this is the output, all are the same. And if you change the mean bit, suppose instead of 2, if you select it as a 12, then this is the output. Now if you change to, it is say 2, and if you execute it, okay, now it is nothing but all are same. Okay, so these all the data are in the same clusters. Okay, so in this way we can implement DBSCAN algorithm. Okay, and that is the end of this video. Thank you very much.